Okay, let's talk about something that's probably on your mind. Can you really trust an AI with your most important, high stakes work? Well, today we're going to dive into that exact question. We're looking at a new way to build AI assistants that aren't just clever, but are actually safe and, reliable. And this really gets to the heart of the problem. You see, the biggest risk with AI right now, it's not what it doesn't know, it's what it confidently, completely makes up. We call this hallucination. And let's be honest, it's a huge roadblock if you're trying to use this stuff for serious professional work. So, first things first, let's really unpack this trust problem with AI, especially when the stakes are high and, getting it wrong just isn't an option. And this is a question every single one of us in a professional setting has to grapple with. I mean, think about it. When your reputation, or maybe your company's compliance is on the line, can you honestly hand that over to a general purpose AI and just hope for the best? Take a field like regulatory affairs, for example. Here, precision is everything. One little mistake, one wrong number in a submission, and you could be looking at massive delays, huge fines, the works. In environments like that, close enough is basically the same as completely wrong. And it's not just regulations. Professionals in these fields are just drowning. They're swamped with rules that change every other day, massive piles of documents. It's this perfect storm of complexity and risk. And honestly, your standard off-the-shelf AI just isn't built for that kind of challenge. Okay, but what if there was a way to get all the power of AI, but without that risk of it just going rogue and making things up? Well, that's exactly where this idea of an open book exam comes in. And it's a brilliant and surprisingly simple solution to a really complex problem. So here's how it works, and this is the magic trick right here. A source-grounded AI doesn't have access to the whole internet. No. Instead, you give it its library. You feed it your documents, your data, your rules. And then, the AI is totally restricted. It can only find answers in the materials you gave it. It's literally like an open book exam, and your documents are the only textbook in the room. So think about the difference. A general AI, right, it's like a jack of all trades. It knows a little bit about everything because it's read the entire internet, and that's why it can get confused and hallucinate. But a source-grounded AI, that becomes your personal, specialized expert. It knows your stuff inside out, and the best part, it gives you citations for every answer so you can always go back and check its work. Total game changer. And look, this isn't just some theory or a cool idea. There are actual tools out there right now that let you build your very own personal AI assistant using this method. So let me introduce you to NotebookLM. It's a research assistant from Google, and it's built from the ground up on this exact principle of source grounding. Its goal isn't to know everything in the world. Its goal is to become an expert, a deep expert, in the information that you care about. And getting started is actually super simple. First, you just upload your sources. This could be anything: PDFs, technical manuals, meeting notes, project proposals, you name it. Then, you just start asking it questions, just like you would with any chatbot. And from there, you can get it to generate summaries, create reports, build FAQs, all of it, 100% based on the materials you gave it. Okay, so let's get practical now. How can you actually put your data to work with a tool like this? Well, there are some really creative and powerful ways. What we're talking about here is a huge shift in how we even think about our documents. They stop being these passive, static files sitting in a folder somewhere. Instead, they become an active, intelligent knowledge base that you can actually talk to and interact with. And check this out, one of the coolest new features is generating audio overviews. So you can ask it for a quick 2-minute brief on your documents, or you can ask for a critique, which is like an expert review. But my favorite, you can ask it to generate a debate between two AI hosts arguing different points of view from your sources. Just imagine that for a second. You could use it to stress test a business plan, basically forcing the AI to argue with itself and uncover hidden flaws or assumptions in your own documents. How cool is that? Okay, here's a perfect real-world example. Imagine creating a customer support hub. You upload all your key documents, product manuals, return policies, maybe even a bunch of past emails that were really successful. Then you can just ask the AI to generate standardized, empathetic responses for all the common issues. And just like that, you've created a single source of truth for your whole team to give fast, consistent, on-brand answers every time. And the uses just go on and on. You can turn your training manuals into interactive flashcards and quizzes for new hires. You can generate mind maps that show you how ideas connect across dozens of different documents. You can even upload an audio recording of a meeting and get an instant summary. The potential here for just boosting productivity is absolutely massive.
And this isn't just me saying this. We've got a quote from a real user who said it's, quote, really shortened the learning curve, which is huge in our industry. I mean, think about that. In any fast-paced business, cutting down training time, that's a total game changer.
So when you see this stuff in action, it's natural to start thinking, okay, where is all this headed? What's the big picture? And really, this approach points toward a future where expertise isn't just human anymore. It's a partnership between humans and AI.
And we're already seeing proof of the potential. There was a study where they tested a source-grounded model on really complex regulatory questions. The result, it was accurate 77% of the time. Now, okay, that's not 100%, right? There's still a critical need for a human expert to review things, but it represents a huge leap in reliability. Think of all the hours of manual research you could save just getting to a really solid first draft. But of course, we have to be realistic. This isn't some magic silver bullet. You have to use it responsibly. That means always, always having a human expert in the loop for that final review. And it's absolutely critical that you use a platform that keeps your data private and secure. And that means making sure they're not using your sensitive documents to train their bigger model. So, I want to leave you with this thought. Instead of chasing this idea of a single, all-knowing AI, what if the future looks different? Imagine a world where every single team, your marketing team, your legal team, your R&D folks, has its very own dedicated AI expert, trained securely and precisely on exactly what they need to know. Just think about it for a second. What could your team accomplish with that kind of focused, intelligent partner by your side?